Alrighty, guys. Welcome back, everybody, to the Crypto Report. I am Crypto Kip. Today, guys, we do have a lot to talk about. We've got more FUD going out in the media. We've seen a major shift in sentiment in these crypto markets just in the last 24 hours. It's actually spectacular. I've been in this market since 2016, and to those of you that are newer or been around for a while, I'm very curious, and let me know your feedback in the comments down below. But you think just when everybody in this market knows all the games that happen, we see panic kind of ensue just overnight. All of a sudden, everybody, I'm hearing influencers talking about 18K Bitcoin, 25K Bitcoin, all of a sudden overnight. We've been talking about 38K for a while on this channel. We've acknowledged the entire time that there could be a sell the news event, one which came. Wasn't that shocking? Could we have anticipated that? Could we have tried to make some trades ahead of that? Sure. I've always acknowledged the fact that we could try to make some trades ahead of that. But I wasn't going to play that game. I was playing the time in the market beats timing the market. Institutions are coming to crypto. There's a parabolic bull run on the way. I'll accumulate. If it's high, low, medium, in between, doesn't matter. I buy each month. When I get money, I put it in the market, and I just continue to dollar cost average into the projects that I believe in. But today I got some interesting stories for you. While this sentiment is changing, while the attitude in the market is shifting, that I think you're going to get a kick out of today. Very, very interesting though, huh, guys? So welcome back, everybody. If you're new to the channel, this is the Crypto Report, guys. I am Crypto Kip. We're doing 5 videos every single day for you guys. We're doing live streams Monday through Friday. We got members on this channel. We got sign-up links for you in the description down below for FEMEX if you want to leverage trade. We got a lot of different things. We're going to launch some coffee mugs soon. Down the road, I think we want to do some educational courses. We're still kind of putting some pen on paper with that, getting the drawing board together, but I think we want to really continue to educate everybody in any way that we can, really. Provide a lot of value. That's the goal of the channel. That's why me and my partner, Blacksea, started this thing in the first place. So today's a day where I hope to provide you with that value, because today, everybody's emotions are very mixed. So first off, let's get in here and let's do a screen share. Give me 1 sec. Alrighty, I forgot to plug in the Ethernet cable there, and now we're good to go. Welcome back, everybody. Cryo, BSS, Brandon, David, good to see you. Shy Socks, Servando, I like that name, Servando Estrada. Ooh, I like that name a lot. Yes, called off today. Nice. Shy Sox fan is sitting in that windy city, cold, and not having to work. That's great. All right, guys, so let's take a peek. You're probably familiar with the fact that Miro is a meme coin on Solana that's been pumping lately. In case you're wondering, and let me just get this out of the way. Good morning, Marty. Good to see you. In case you're wondering if I'm buying Miro, the answer is no. I'm not. I'm not going to FOMO into some meme tokens right now. Right now, more than ever, is the most important time to hang on to your capital. We're not going gambling. We're going fishing for gains with the right kind of bait. All right, guys, and we're going to the hot fishing spots, okay? I don't know what that metaphor is, but the point is I'm not gambling on meme tokens right now. Dollar cost averaging into the projects that I believe in. And I think there's a lot of obvious trends, some that we've been talking about on this channel. Sure, guys, you can make some money on memes, but I'm not playing that game right now. I've been talking about Corgi AI. That's one I might get in and out of because it's a bigger meme. I might get into, Dog with Hat, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, Pepe, in and out at some point when my bags are in a spot where I feel comfortable playing those games again. And I just right now, I'm not in that mood, as we're kind of approaching what could be a bigger sell-off. Could be, guys. I'm just interested in finding a time to dollar cost average into something kind of tried and true, because if, say, we do have more downside, then at least I'm in something that's a little less volatile than, say, a Miro, right? If Miro crashes, people will, bleed out. If Bitcoin crashes, okay, sure. At worst case scenario, could we see a 50% downside? Maybe, guys. It's something we've always acknowledged. we said this repeatedly on this channel when a lot of people were just kind of talking about upside. Yeah, was I talking on the day where the spot Bitcoin ETF came out that, hey, could we see 50K? Sure, that was very possible. A pump on a very volatile news story on some big news. All that's on the table, guys. But if you were watching all my videos, you saw I acknowledged like 40,000, 38K is a level I've been kind of screaming from the rooftops as like, this is kind of what I would see if that downside comes. I've been saying if we can pump up, don't be surprised if we break to a high and then just come get wrecked 50%. It's playing out a little differently than that. Maybe the sell-off pressure's out of the way. I don't really know. But today, I want to show you guys, and tell you, just avoid this mistake, okay? Avoid this mistake. And this mistake is following the crowd, okay? Stick to your strategy. Just because all of a sudden, overnight, things are spooky. And look, the Fear and Greed Index, we're at 56. Just because things are spooky doesn't mean you have to act all scared, right? Just do what you're doing. Stick to your strategy. If you've done some research, you have a strategy. I mean, why change it overnight because the price changes? Then you don't have a strategy. You just have emotions on price swings. And that's not what we want here, guys. We want a strategy. Mine is dollar cost averaging and then hodling for the long term. Sometimes I swing trade. I like to swing trade from times when it makes sense, when we're having some nice upswings. We're not really having that right now, so I'm not swing trading mode. I shuffled all that, took profits when it was right. When Corgi I was pumping about a month ago, Cronos ID, I was into some of these minted. I was playing around. I had made some gains in stacks, shuffled it to some other BRC20 projects, which are down, retracements. What am I going to do when my next paycheck comes next week? Dollar cost average in. That's the strategy. The mistake, guys, that I don't want you to make is seeing an article come out and then making a move in crypto on that news. Congratulations to the new members. Brandon gifting some memberships on the channel. My brother Brandon. Good to see you, Servano Estrada. WCBJJ77 The News. I feel like that's the name of like a news channel. Welcome. Shout out to Steve Wu. Shout out to Torito, Sean, Shy Socks. You're already a member, but I love you. All right. Andrea, hey Kip. So you said your strategy, profit taking Crow, was to sell 10% of your amount of Crow when it reaches 80 cents. Have you changed your plan? Now there's so better buy more Crow. Now there's so, I'm trying to read this comment. Now there's so discount better buy Crow or ETH and BTC. Okay, I didn't understand the last bit of your question, but look, when Crow coin hits 80 cents, I'm going to be selling some. And maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 5%. Maybe it's 20%. I kind of have to see where all the other things are. Your plan can change. You're human. Your plan can change, but it can't drastically pivot like in the other direction unless there's something so significant like CZ goes to prison. Now, maybe you're not a Binance fan. I could understand that. You had a bunch of FTX tokens, but here we are. I can understand the pivot. Okay. But, 5% here, 10% here. Where's the profit? That is going to fluctuate. It depends on what's going on with the rest of the portfolio. Everything's a little bit fluid. I'll keep you guys posted on that strategy, but not just Crow. We talk about a lot of projects here on the channel, and there's a lot of profit taking to discuss as we get there. But let me be very clear, Andrea, and it's a great question. Thank you for the question. Let me be very clear in saying, I am just going to aggressively dollar cost average. I am not even close to profit taking moments. I will not even be discussing really, I won't even be doing profit taking until likely the fall or the winter of 2024, because I've got conviction. I've got so much conviction, in fact, that me and my friend Black Sea, we posted 4,000 videos for you guys over the last 2 years. 4,000 videos. Do you know how many hours of time that is? During a bear market, nonetheless, when we got our first video got like 45 views, and then you get 100 views, it's a big deal. Then you get 500 views because the market's popping, and then the market cools off again, and you're back down to 100 views. Then all of a sudden you pass 2,000 subscribers, and now you're at 5K subscribers, and you're getting 500 views, and you're at 10K. We just hit 14K subs. Now, if you guys are new to this channel, do me a favor. Smash that like button. It's the number one thing you can do to support the channel. And if you want more content, subscribe. We got 14,000 subscribers right now and growing. It's very good to see. Well, we'll keep you posted on all our moves. Profit taking is not here yet. Now, if you're now, here's a good example. Black Sea made a bunch of money in Bonk. He took some profits on that. That's a meme coin. That was a trade, not a holding strategy. He bought some Bonk because he had a belief that Bonk could explode at some point, and it did. And what did he do? He sold 90% of it or whatever, a lot of it. And that's sitting on the sidelines, I think, ready to go. And that's an incredible move, and especially on a day like today where there's a dip. So there's moves you can make like that. But today I'm not doing anything different. I'm just hanging out. And I see a lot of people starting to talk about, and here's a weird one too. And we got 30 people and we got 11 likes. Smash that like button for me, guys. But here's something you need to be aware of. Yesterday I was watching some other YouTubers because the sentiment has really changed. And you know, if you're a YouTuber, you have to watch other YouTubers because you got to kind of understand the sentiment in the market on Twitter, on YouTube. Obviously, I look at CNBC, Fox News, all these publications. I look at BlackRock. What is he saying? What's Jim Kramer saying? And believe me, guys, we're going to talk about Jim Kramer here in a second. John 3:16, bless you, brother. Good to see you. King Crypto, good to see you in the chat. Marty, my brother. Breckenbauer, good to see you. Beckenbauer, good to see you. Oh, I got all sidetracked because I'm excited to see my familiar faces. I got all sidetracked. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm excited. I love you guys, and you're in the chat. I got to say hello, you know, get a little sidetracked. I'm human. Yesterday I was watching these YouTubers because you got to do your research. You got to look at all the opinions, guys, and then you can kind of start to formulate your own, right? But yesterday I was seeing a lot of people start to talk about, I don't want to name the influencer specifically, but one influencer in particular was talking about, maybe you saw it, and throw it in the chat. I'm curious if anybody else saw this and was kind of like thinking about the same thing. But we were acknowledging for a long time that this Bitcoin ETF launch was going to potentially be a sell the news event. And it was. We had a little pump and then a dump. A pretty big dump, 15% from 49K we came down, which is significant. But I just saw somebody specifically on YouTube yesterday saying that they were going back and looking at previous events like this, like the Bitcoin futures ETF, that one specifically, which is one that we have. I've said this, and if you haven't caught it, and you got to watch every video, I guess. But I said it multiple times, probably 5 or 6 times I mentioned it. I mean, it's, who knows, right? The future isn't always going to do what the past did, and that's just, you know, you can't predict the future by looking at the past all the time. But when the Bitcoin futures ETF originally launched in the 2017 peak, I've talked about this. That was the peak. Literally, the news came out that the futures were launching, and then like January came and the bull market was over. 2018 was, you know, death and blood, right, in the streets. So I see people now like talking about it like, oh, how obvious it was after the fact. The truth is, guys, is it's never obvious. Look, I believed strongly that there would be a chance of a sell the news event, but I also believe strongly that institutional investors are going to come into this market. And with that belief came, I have no idea what that looks like. It's a lot of money. That money's going to come in at some point. That makes me bullish. Could we explode up? Absolutely. I'd love to see it. Let's root for 50K Bitcoin. But could we come down? Absolutely. Let's talk about 38K Bitcoin. And I also mentioned the previous times where we had the Bitcoin futures come out and we saw a crash. And so this was something we anticipated. Did I make a trade based on this? I did not. I don't like to play those games. I buy through the bear market, leading into the bull market, before the parabolic rally. I'll probably buy during some of that parabolic rally. And at some point, I'm going to stop. Probably during the fall of 2024, probably during the winter of 2024, early 2025, I'm going to be really looking at shuffling aside profits. And so if you're sitting here today, guys, and, you know, you're listening to what some of these people are saying on YouTube and on Twitter, and they're talking about 18K Bitcoin and 25K Bitcoin and whatever. Are those all possible? Yeah, I've always said that, you know, it's I really doubt that Bitcoin goes back down to the lows. But could it go back down towards the lows? I've always acknowledged that it's possible because we've said every single bull cycle, every single time, there is a major sell-off at some point. Sometimes 2 or 3 major sell-offs, but usually one massive sell-off. One of those was sparked by the pandemic for sure. What is it this time? Is it the launch of the ETF? Maybe. Is the sell-off over? Maybe. Avoid this mistake. Don't follow the crowd. Lead it. Lead yourself in your own opinion. Listen to the crowd and counter trading the crowd, kind of. Kind of, right? Once everybody's talking about leverage trading and you can, if say you're not a leverage trader and all of a sudden the market's hot and you've got a tickle to leverage trade, that's when you know this thing's probably overbought. But are you going to go sell 50% of your portfolio anticipating a dip to wait for to buy back cheaper? I have people in the comments asking me that at times. I think that's a really risky strategy and one that I'm never going to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm not going to take my hard work, the dollar cost averaging that I've put in, and jeopardize my position on those DCAs that I've done throughout the last year and a half. I'm not going to do that personally. Now, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, but avoid the mistake of following the crowd and trying to time the market. Time in the market beats timing the market. And there's another mistake that I want to talk about, and I'm going to go ahead and create a poll for you guys. We got 37 viewers, 14 likes. I'm going to put out a question for you guys. I want you to answer it for me and be honest, and it can stay anonymous. If you want to talk about it in the chat, talk about it in the chat. But my question of the day, and guys, let me know what you think about this. I'm going to start doing a lot more polls. I've been even thinking about incorporating trivia into the live streams. I don't really see that, but trivia could be a little bit fun, and if it's catchy and people like it, maybe we'll start to do some rewards with that too. Not today, but I'm spitballing it. So just give me some feedback in the comments section. But here's the question of the day. Do you have any credit card debt? Ooh, what does that have to do with crypto? Well, guys, it has everything to do with crypto in my mind. Do you have any credit card debt? Let me know in the comments down below if you got any credit card debt, guys, because I want to talk a little bit about that, okay? And I'll let you know if I have credit card debt. I might have already told you guys if I do or don't. I will talk more about that, but I think it's very important. So we got 40 viewers, 16 likes. Let's fire up the pistons here, guys. So the fear and greed index today is at 56. It's neutral. We're not so greedy right now. In fact, there's a lot of fear. Like I said, guys, everybody got bearish overnight, and I'm sitting here. I called Black Sea yesterday. I was like, dude, can you believe that I snapped. In the snap of a finger, everybody starts flipping bearish. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Now, look, we anticipated a sell the news event, okay? But, I mean, like, why weren't people more scared leading up to it? Why are we just like, now we're panicking after the sell-off? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, no, I can't see our live chat now. Oh, I want to see my live chat. I gotta see what I got going on here. For some reason, my live chat's not working. Hold on, guys. I gotta fix this. There we go. Okay, let's fix that up here. Sorry, guys. We'll go back into this. Okay. All right. I got my chat back. Guys. Sorry about that. Let's see. Very good. All right. We're back, Jack. We're back. Good. Okay. So, let's do this thing, guys. So, Bitcoin today is at $41,000. We've got $2,400 Ethereum today. Some interesting news on Ethereum ETF. I'm going to give you guys an update on that later on. Solana's at $90. XRP back below 60 cents, down to 53 cents. XRP is struggling. You know, I told you guys I got a cousin with some XRP. I'll give it a little cousin update for you. I think I'm going to go see the guy tonight. Actually, he just had a brand new baby boy. I'm very excited for him. We're going to go see his little baby boy, meet his little baby, and talk about some XRP, play some darts, and have a brewski. It's going to be a good time. But I'll talk to my XRP cousin, give you a little update, and see what the sentiment of the XRP army is. I'm curious to see how he's doing, how he's feeling, what he's buying. Cardano down a little. Everything's down, guys. Let's be real here. Avalanche struggling. Everything's kind of struggling right now because why? Well, because Bitcoin's down, guys. Bitcoin's down. Today's not a day to change your strategy. It's just a day to observe is really what I think, guys. Just a day to observe. Biggest gainers, Chainlink's up. We had a little partnership from Chainlink we heard about recently. Celestia. I mean, nothing's up big today. Only 3.29%. The things that are up big are Miro. Some of these meme coins, which again, I'm not buying any of these meme coins right now. Flare's doing well over the last 7 days. Some familiar faces over the last 7 days. But right now, yes, crypto's cooled off and people are feeling doom and gloom. Doom and gloom, which you shouldn't be feeling today. Don't feel the doom and gloom. If you're a Crocoin fan, oh no! It's okay. It's okay. Chris Marzliak came out and did a AMA. I'm going to do a video more in detail on the AMA for Chris Marzliak today. Anth Crow, great day for a DCA. Absolutely agree. The car guy, I sell cars. Every car I sell, I put $200 in a Crow. Love it. Marty's asking about airline miles. For my poll question, guys, I put a poll in the chat, I think. I don't see the poll anymore. Is that poll still there, guys? Did the poll work? Somebody let me know in the comments down below. Did the poll work? I'm having an issue with my chat. Oh, the poll didn't work. Okay, wait. Let me try this again. Start a poll. That's maybe what glitched me out. Do you have any credit card debt? Now, Marty's like, how am I supposed to get airline miles if, I'm not getting credit card? You don't need credit card debt, Marty. Come on. You don't need credit card debt. Do you have any credit card debt? Yes or no? Be honest about it, guys. I think it's a good conversation to have. I think we need to have that conversation. Thanks for the feedback in the comments. Okay, so Crow's coming down. No surprise there. Ethereum as well is testing its key level. Had a big spike down earlier today, but could be kind of what, and a lot of people are talking about the waterfall. So 40K is certainly a level, and 38K, oh man. My level got erased, guys. I had a key level drawn at 38K for a while. Basically, let me zoom out here. Let me get this back on the radar for you, because as we get into some of these stories, I'm going to talk about a couple things. Jim Kramer, Donald Trump, Jamie Dimon. We're talking about a lot of peeps today, my friends. A lot of peeps in the news right now. So yeah, so I was looking at like, it was like right here, basically this breakout zone. It's kind of what I was peeking at. Something around here. I feel good about maybe a bounce there, but let me be very clear, guys. Like, that's just my next stop, really. These are on the table. This one wouldn't really surprise me either, 30K. Because for a while, guys, what I was talking about is a breakout. Maybe we could see 50K. Maybe we could see, and we almost did. We saw 49K. And I said, hey, we could crash down from 50 down to 30. We could drop from 60 down to 30. We could drop from 69 back down to 40. And those would be retracements that we could see. Could we see a big move like that now? Sure. Could we see an absolute retracement of this now? Yeah, one of the biggest things, and Chris Marzliak even tweeted it out himself today, is GBTC right now is selling it off like crazy. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is doing a big-time sell-off. Jim Kramer's making some lies in the news right now that we got to talk about, and we got to talk about some of the facts with these ETFs, but it's a very interesting day. So just look out, guys, for, yes, more downside. Right now is not a time to be in any big positions on leverage, especially not looking good. I was hoping, guys, that we'd see the top of this channel again. Again, I have a bullish bias because I believe in the future of crypto. I think that institutional money's coming in. I was hoping that this was the end of the sell-off, but just look historically, guys. We have a variety of times where we get moves like this. I mean, you look at a 15. Here's your 15% move on, well, that's a 20% retracement for Bitcoin. Look here. Boom. Another, what is this? From this to this. 20%. No surprise, guys. This happens all the time. And this is just in this recent upward move from this peak to this peak. Down 20%. How many times have we seen this? So, like, this could be the end of the blood potentially soon. Could we dip lower? Absolutely. Who cares? Who cares? Don't change your strategy this morning just because you see the price moving, okay? Now, if you want a dollar cost average and rush to buy because you're seeing some downward candles and you had some cash waiting on the sidelines for an opportunity like this, and that's your strategy, you wait for a big red day to buy, well, then today's your day, I guess. But we might have more downside, so, don't get too excited, right? Let's just keep a steady head. Let's not get too bearish, too bullish. Let's just look for the future here. Alex Labs is a coin I'm very bullish on. I threw it on the thumbnail for you guys. Unfortunately, it's coming down a little bit, right? Because Bitcoin's coming down. No surprise there. No surprise there. Bitcoin can come back up. BRC20s, STX20 tokens, all these tokens built on Bitcoin and on stacks, they're going to come back up, guys. They're going to come back up. Not all of them, but some of them. Man, I got some pain in my ear. I don't know what's going on here. But yes, so part of the reason we're down is because there are liquidations happening. $250 million on this Bitcoin decline is coming off. Bitcoin miners are selling off massively. This is what everybody's talking about. This is what's stoking all the fear. And typically, guys, I'll just tell you, when you see miners selling off, that's because they know they're smart. They're smart traders. The miners are very good traders. They're whales. We talk about whales. Miners are whales, guys, okay? And they're selling off because mid-cycle top, that's the word you want to use, fine. If that's not the word you want to use, then I'm fine with that too. A 20% retracement. So what? Happens in Bitcoin all the time. Miners are taking profits. Good. Everybody needs profits once in a while. If you want to take profits, take profits. If you want to DCA and hodl and you don't want to play all these whale games, then just DCA and hodl. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to DCA and hodl. I'll keep you guys posted on my progress, but I'm very excited about the future of this. I see Bitcoin miners selling off. I say, okay, time to buy the dip. It's kind of just the way my mind works at this point. But we have seen some liquidations kind of increasing. You know, we saw back before October, these things were very small. Now they've kind of gotten bigger. We have a lot more liquidations from both the shorts and the longs, as you can see. Yeah. On the 17th, we had 195 million in longs liquidated, and we had 136 million in longs liquidated yesterday. This is just part of the thing that happens. And I saw some other influencers, addressing this too. Bitcoin has been going up, obviously, since the bottom of the bear market. And so along the way, what you have is people opening up longs, here, anywhere in the middle of these candles, opening up all these longs. And you probably have people riding on all these longs. And what could happen if Bitcoin slips fast enough, all these longs that have been opened up this entire time throughout this entire period of upward momentum, all of them can just instantly get liquidated, and we could just all of a sudden see a dump, just boom, a massive liquidation just down, and boom, we could just come down, hit a level, and just come right back. That's something, these are the games that happen in crypto, so just be on your toes for anything. But just on a day like today, I'm not changing my strategy. You guys need to know that. I'm not changing my strategy. We anticipate liquidation events. That's what comes with crypto. That's just how it works, folks. That's just how it works. I'm going to get to the poll later on, and let me know, guys, what you think of the trivia idea. I think I'm really thinking about that more and more. Jim Kramer is, what a beauty. A beauty, let me tell you. Nasty beginning to the Bitcoin sell-off. Nasty beginning to the Bitcoin sell-off. Beginning to the Bitcoin sell-off. Just the start of the Bitcoin sell-off. It's going to sell off more. Jim Kramer's bearish. Red light alert. The market's going to crash. No. I said it in the title. Avoid this mistake. I said it in the title, guys. Why am I saying that? The most of the reason I'm talking about that, oh man, I'll tell you guys, I have something going on in my ear and it hurts. Most of the reason I've been talking about that is because I just totally got distracted. Look, Jim Kramer is predicting a Bitcoin sell-off. I said avoid this mistake at the beginning of this title. What mistake do you want to avoid here? Don't listen to Jim Kramer. Historically, if you go back in time and you did the opposite of what Jim Kramer said, within a month's time, within 2 months' time, you would have made a lot of money. If you follow his sentiment, he's going to drag you into the dirt and step on your face. The guy's late to the party. every time this guy's late to the party. Every single time. This guy didn't start talking about a buy the rumor, sell the news event until 2 days before the ETF. And then afterwards, he said it's going to sell off, which of course it's going to sell off if it's already dumping and the news is over. Of course it's going to have more downside. Anybody could say, oh, Bitcoin's going to have more. We saw it come to the 49K. We saw it break down through the levels. We saw it come back into its wedge. And then as it comes right back into the wedge, he says it's going lower. And of course it's going to come back down to the bottom of the wedge. This guy's on TV because he's supposed to be some expert. The guy's a schmuck. The guy's a joke. The guy is literally reading the scripts off a teleprompter that people put together for you. That's the mainstream media. These are the same people that feed you all these politicians with their talking points, and the politicians and the bankers and the investors, they're all intertwined, my friends. That's the whole point of Bitcoin and crypto in the first place. And that's some of the reason why people are so scared about BlackRock and Fidelity getting in. At the end of the day, though, they're going to pump our bags, guys. At the end of the day, they will pump our bags. And this is such a bad take from Jim Kramer. And I'm going to go ahead and put out a tweet here. Let's go ahead and say, can't wait to revisit this tweet from Jim in, let's just say, April. That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. And the first question is here. No one shows up. He says, now it's the beginning of the Bitcoin sell. Someone's probably going to try and make a stand here. But as we said last night, you can't have an asset double in value by hundreds of billions of dollars in anticipation of an ETF, and then almost no one shows up. First comment here, and I didn't even see this comment because my next article is in fact this very same thing. Bitcoin becomes the second largest ETF in commodity. ETF commodity in the U.S. surpassing silver. It's the first comment on here. I didn't even see that, guys. I thought of it on my own. I saw the article. Everybody's thinking the same thing. Everybody knows that Jim Kramer's full of it. Everybody knows. It's the first comment. Everybody's thinking the same thing. I'm just putting it out on this YouTube channel for you. Bitcoin becomes the second largest ETF commodity in the U.S. surpassing silver. Nobody shows up, he says. What an idiot. Jim Kramer. What a liar. What a con artist. I mean, what are you doing? This guy bought Bitcoin, sold the Bitcoin, bought a farm with the profits, and now he's telling you to stay away from it because Jamie Dimon goes on, calls it, says that Satoshi's going to dump on you. Can't even say his name right, doesn't even understand it. It's so obvious. Avoid this mistake. Do the opposite of what the talking heads do on TV. Heck, be cautious of your YouTubers too. Me as well, guys. Everybody out there. You got to do your own research. Don't let somebody else think for you. You got to think for yourself. You should be here. You should be listening to the opinions. You should be listening to the Jim Kramers in their opinions. You should be listening to every single person, every perspective. And then maybe after you've heard every angle and every opinion from the left to the side, to the right, to the up, to the down, maybe you can establish a good opinion for yourself. But it's pretty hard to argue with Bitcoin when it flips silver. I mean, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. BlackRock today also just said that its spot Bitcoin ETF is attracting a diverse investor base, which is good to see. But on top of that news, we also saw that SEC is now delaying Fidelity's proposed spot Ethereum ETF. Maybe this is a surprise to you. Kind of was to me. Oh, there's already an ongoing decision and there's delays happening, so this ETF might be coming soon. Now, a lot of people have been talking about a possible... By the way, we got 43 viewers, 22 likes. Do me a favor, guys. The number one thing you can do to support the channel, if you love crypto, if you like the content, X out of the live chat, just tap that thumbs up button for me. It means the world of difference to me and Black Sea on this channel. It helps us tremendously in the YouTube algorithm. From the bottom of my heart, I would appreciate it. A lot of people have been talking about Ethereum maybe pumping because this ETF could be coming in March, could be coming this year, could be coming soon. So people started buying Ethereum. Ethereum started going up like crazy. That was the new theme for just like a week. Then Bitcoin slipped, and that whole narrative has just gone out the window. But today we saw that there's a delayed decision. Guys, eventually an Ethereum ETF is going to be a very, very serious conversation, and that's just beginning. And so at some point in a bull cycle, a lot of people have been kind of saying like ETH is dead and Solana is the new Ethereum and Ethereum's the Ethereum. Look, I talk about this island analogy a lot. You don't just delete an island, guys. Ethereum's a very big island. It's a very successful chain. Is it expensive? Sure. Is the transaction time slower than Solana? Sure. But it is massive, and they're the only other thing besides Bitcoin getting talked about for an ETF. Down the road, I think we'll have more ETFs. Gary Gensler's trying to FUD this Ethereum ETF and say that it's not as cut and dry as a Bitcoin one. Gary Gensler didn't even want to approve the Bitcoin one in the first place. Gary Gensler hates crypto, but he approved the Bitcoin ETF somehow, some way. It's a good thing. So Donald Trump is getting in the news. Now, we made this prediction a while ago that basically crypto is about to get very political. Donald Trump came out and said he will never allow the creation of a CBDC in the U.S. if he is reelected. And the campaign for him is heating up.
Protect Americans from government tyranny. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. You know about that?
Now, whether you like the guy or not, if you like crypto, you're probably excited to hear that. And if you like your privacy and security as a U.S. citizen, even if you don't like crypto, you should be excited about this. You do not want a central bank digital currency. That is going down the route of a communist regime, let's just say it that way. And we don't want to go down that route as Americans. You probably, even if you're not in America, you probably don't want to see America go down that route because you think America's got its challenges now. Just wait until this pretend democracy becomes not a democracy full-fledged. You don't want to see that. And CBDCs are the foot in the door to more control. And they've already got enough control. Let's be real here, guys. Silicon Valley, social media, the casino-style iPhone mind Jedi games that these big tech companies are playing on us, they've already got us in the palm of their hand, and the CBDC would put us in the wrong direction. So what we predicted here on this channel is that crypto's going to get political. I've done shorts about it, and let me know, by the way, guys, do you like the shorts? Are you guys enjoying the shorts? Love some feedback on those, but done some shorts on these. Donald Trump, though, has really done some very interesting pivots here in crypto, just kind of like Larry Fink. We saw Larry Fink previously say it's a bet on money laundering and drugs and trafficking, and that's what Larry Fink said. Now he's launched the biggest ETF, and he's a Bitcoin bull, and he says it's the technological wonder and the best thing ever. Donald Trump used to say that it was a big threat to the U.S. dollar. Meanwhile, he's got a huge Ethereum wallet. He launched Ethereum NFTs. Now he's talking about CBDCs, and he's really starting to learn more about crypto. And as we're seeing Senator Elizabeth Warren hate crypto, he calls her Pocahontas. She calls him a dictator. She hates crypto. He likes crypto. Do you see where this is going? Republicans are probably pro-crypto, and Democrats are kind of turning into anti-crypto. I don't think it's so cut and dry as that, but that's kind of the way that it's panning out in the headlines. It seems to kind of be a trend. Let's see how it goes. But crypto's about to get political, and you're about to get screamed at from your aunt that hates Trump if he starts to back Bitcoin and crypto. And that might be happening at your next Thanksgiving dinner during this next election if he all of a sudden comes out and says, I'm pro Bitcoin. All of a sudden, Bitcoin's going to get a lot more press attention, which is both good and bad. Good press, bad press, it's press. By the way, if you guys are just tuning in, welcome, guys. It's the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. Do me a favor, smash the like button for me. Number one thing you do to support the channel. The other thing is I put a poll up in the chat, which I'm going to address at the end of the stream. We'll do a little Q&A. If you guys have any questions throughout, let me know. But I want to know, do you guys have any credit card debt? Something I want to talk to you guys about. And just put some words of encouragement out there, okay? Regardless if you do or you don't, I want to talk a little bit about it. I think it's very important, okay? Again, today's theme is avoid this mistake. Credit card debt is one of those mistakes. There's the spoiler alert for the conversation and where it's going. It's obvious, but I want to talk about it with you guys. So Donald Trump getting into, let me tell you, he is so bullish on crypto, even if he doesn't come out and say it. He doesn't say it, but is looking pretty good, okay? And it's funny. I mean, it's just funny how he hated it, and now he's talking about CBDCs. And you know what else is funny? Ha! Donald Trump's brand new trading cards on the BRC20 network. Now, I have no idea what a BRC20 is. I don't know what an ordinal is. I've never even heard of it, but it's tremendous. Nobody's had an ordinal like I've seen these ordinals. My ordinals are the best ordinals in the world. Let me tell you. Donald Trump's trading card team to release an official Trump trading card on Bitcoin ordinals. Guys, say what you want, but this guy's showing bullish signs for crypto. The guy wants to support crypto. I mean, how could you release Ethereum NFTs? How could you have that much Ethereum? How could you release BRC20 or Bitcoin ordinal NFTs? This is pretty crazy. And it also is kind of an I told you so moment on my end where I said, hey, there's a new trend coming in crypto. I've done many videos on it, and just chirp it out in the comments down below. Say, yeah, you did. You know, let them know, guys. Let them know. If you're new to the channel, maybe you didn't hear me say this, but you guys have been around. Tell them. Tell the people in the chat. Have I not been talking about the trend? The trend is Bitcoin, building on Bitcoin. My island analogy. I'm talking about this is a huge island. There's a lot of money in Bitcoin. People are going to start building on Bitcoin. Donald Trump's team just released digital trading cards on ordinals. That's unbelievable. Whether you like the guy or hate the guy, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to get political here. Crypto's going to get political. We're going to comment on it, but it's just how it's going. Okay. This is real, and I think it's bullish because he's a big brand name. It's going to get talked about. Controversy is good in the end of the day. So we'll see how it plays out. And this was an interesting one. I'm going to talk about this one later today. I just wanted to pull this one up. But for all you Crow coin holders, only 6,000 Crow holders, according to this Twitter user right here, Shango, have over $1,000 invested in Crow. Is that true? Is that true? I wonder. I don't really know about that. I'd be curious to see if that's true. Because if that's true, that's crazy. Then I'm a whale or something, you know? I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't think I was. But yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I looked at some of the wallets. Some of the wallets are crazy, really crazy, huge. But anyway, okay, let's do a little Q&A. Let's look at some of the chat. What's going on here? Okay. Brandon in the chat's been short. You been making money, Brandon? I'm looking at the chat here. I'm just catching up here. By the way, I put a poll out there. Make sure you check out the poll. Let me know, do you have any credit card debt? Daddy JC says, I'm buying the dip due to the upcoming election, then be happy in 2025. I like where your head's at. Beckenbauer says, I am my crowd. Don't follow the crowd. I am my crowd. Says, oh, I'm gonna pin that tweet. That's what I like to hear. I am my crowd, man. I love that. In this world, there are wolves and there are sheep. And sometimes there are wolves that are being herded by the shepherds and treated as sheep. And you can get converted into a sheep. And those shepherds, guys, are JP Morgan, Chase Bank, and those credit card issuers, okay? And so, yes, we're going to talk about these credit cards in a second. I'm still catching up on the chat. But there's a lot of wolves right now being dragged down into the sheep pen. And I want to get you out of that sheep pen. And I want you to be in the woods, carnivorously buying the dip, being able to afford buying the dip. That's the whole point of this credit card conversation I'm going to dive into in a bit. There's like no premeditation with this credit card conversation. I just hate credit card debt, and I'm about to rant about it. Good to learn trivia. People like the trivia thing. Credit cards are more of an American thing. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. I wanna explore that a little bit. That's very interesting to me. We got John 316 just bought $400 of BTC this morning. That's good. Let me go ahead and I'll pull up a chart for you just so we're not looking at a blank screen here. I know. This is a little much, so we'll give you some charts. We'll give you just a little. Whoa. All right. Make my life easier. Auto fit the data. Trying to recover. Bitcoin's trying to recover right now. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see if we get any crazy moves here. Beckenbauer, good to go. Marty says, Jim is so wrong. I'm convinced he's a boomer psyop. Absolutely. Hey, if you're part of the mainstream media, you're part of the psyop, okay? Yeah, and by the way, psyop, that project, it's dead. It was a scam. It's unfortunate. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the guy's hiding in the shadows. That's what I when I talked about the project, I said, you're taking your money, you're gambling, you're pouring gas and lighting it on fire, and that's exactly what I did. Unfortunately, you're not going to get them all, but, sometimes you take a chance. Maddie C says, I got a big bag already, so I'm not asking for financial advice. Just curious. Also, how about Helium Mobile? I'm a fan of these two. Wait, these two. What two? Because Helium's bullish. I mean, they got this own network they're coming out with, right? Bitcoin looks like it's trying to make its move right now, trying to come back out of this. We'll see if it happens. But yeah, Helium's looking good. They launched, this mobile network thing. It's popular. There's going to be a lot of tokens that do well. Helium's probably going to be one of them. I mean, not financial advice, yada, yada. Marty, we got the Trump impression now. Please give us a Biden talking about crypto impression. Oh my gosh. By the way, was the Trump impression all right? I don't know. I don't know about that. Bitcoin. That's my. I don't know. I don't have a Biden impression. That's the best you're gonna get. We got the Trump impression. Yes, we do. $3,100 Brandon made. So leverage trading can be a good tool, guys. If you do want to leverage trade, to each his own. Are we getting a bounce here? Are you long or you short, Brandon? Let me know. Are you long or you short right now? It could be a great tool. We got a sign up link for you guys. If you've never leveraged trade, you want to learn about it. If you do want to learn about it, I strongly recommend you start with a very little amount of money and you start with very low leverage, but you can get a sign up bonus when you do sign up for FEMAX. So that's there for you guys if you want it. You have to be the wolf, the lion of the charts. I love it. Okay. So let's do the poll. So we've got, how many votes did we get here? 32 votes. Pretty decent. Okay. So do you have any credit card debt? 53% of you said no. And 46% of you said yes. Okay. Okay. Is this credit card debt, for those of you that have it, over, because this is anonymous. I don't know who's answering this, so don't be shy here. Is your credit card debt over 10K? That's another poll for you guys. Look, I have 2 credit cards. One I get cash back. I don't really like that card too much. And the other one, Mrs. Crypto Kip. How's it going, sweetheart? My wife's here. Hi. Oh, bye. Oh, and a kiss. I caught it. Okay. I'll just put it in my pocket for later. It's weird to make out on stream or whatever. Let me know in the comments. Is your credit card debt over 10 grand? Okay. So I myself have, and Brandon, by the way, is long from 40,700. Okay. He's long from here. What kind of leverage we got? He's long from here. Pretty cool. Make that trade. Make that money, brother. I got 2 credit cards myself. Mrs. Crypto Kip has her own credit cards as well. But I use Southwest one, which honestly I don't like. I'm thinking about, we're getting more moves up. Okay, we're trying to move up. Southwest card, I've got a cashback card. I don't like the cashback card. I think you get more bang for your buck on the miles. actually, like Marty was saying earlier. But and then I do have my Cronos debit card as well. I have my Cronos debit card. I've got the rose gold card. But so I'll tell you guys, to answer my own poll, do I have credit card debt, or have I ever had credit card debt? I'm proud to say that the answer is no. And I'm not trying to brag about it, but I've never had credit card debt. Knock on wood. I've been fortunate. I grew up in I'll just tell you guys, I'll tell you the truth. You know, I grew up in a good family, you know, there was money, not an insane amount. We got a Bitcoin breakout right now, guys. Here we go. Bitcoin's breaking out right now. That is beautiful to see. Let's get a move back up. That'd be fantastic. Congratulations to everybody that bought down here. So far, you're doing all right. But I never had credit card debt, and it wasn't necessarily because I just like got all this money. I mean, I worked, I had to buy my own car, all this stuff. But and so I want to let you know, some people are more fortunate than others, and I was pretty fortunate growing up. Okay, so I just want to be totally transparent with you guys on that. That being said, I didn't have like absolutely everything handed to me, right? I had to go work. I have to have my own job. I don't have like some big trust fund. I gotta earn. I invest because I gotta figure it out really for myself. Did I have some help along the way? Certainly did. But I never had credit card debt, and I got lucky. And I the reason I only never had credit card debt is I think just luck, to be honest with you. Luck that I never had to push the limits there. I never had to deal with it, but I have a good friend I have a couple friends actually that have terrible credit card debt, and they're not in on crypto because they can't afford it, because they have this credit card debt, and it is over probably, I don't know, $10,000 of credit card debt. And it's a huge amount of money. I mean, that's a huge amount of money to have debt on. Come on, somebody in the chat. What's the interest rate on a credit card? Somebody's got it in the chat. I know somebody knows this off the top of their head. I don't, because I've never had credit card debt. I just know that it's absolutely unaffordable. The problem with credit card debt, guys, is once you start having credit card debt and it piles up, it can become a hole that's nearly impossible to dig out of. And I'm sure some of you guys are out there in this position. And so if you do have credit card debt, here's my non-financial advice. Pay that thing off as soon as you can, folks, because even if you make a bunch of money in crypto, that's going to drag you down. I know you think you can probably make more money in the crypto markets than you can paying off your credit card debt, but that credit card debt is out of control. I'm watching it gobble up people that I know. I hate to see it. It breaks my heart. It's a terrible thing. Some people have to do it. I get it if you got in that situation, but if you've ever drawn out a budget, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, you need to do it, okay? Because then you'll see what are the wants, what are the needs. Oh my gosh, BSS is saying 20 to 26% interest rate on a credit card. Is that monthly compound? You know, I mean, what is it? It's horrible. You get to a point where if the number's big enough and the interest is bad enough, if you make, you know, $50,000 a year, $40,000 a year, which a lot of Americans do. I'm sure there's some of you guys out in the chat that make that. Even if you make $80,000 or $100,000 a year, guys, that can be so difficult to dig yourself out of that hole that you just kind of never do. And then you don't have time to, you don't have money to invest. There's people that are just literally just paying off the interest so that they don't get more interest, paying off the minimum each month, and just like not even digging themselves out of the hole, just paying interest. That's a situation you don't want to be in. The goal is to have your money work for you, not against you. And that's one of the things so my first channel that I wanted to create was called Kip's Tips. And I did like 401k videos for a hot second, and then I stopped because I didn't have the dedication. I wasn't at the time in my life to do that yet. I started a channel and it kind of failed, right? I never really gave it a go. I guess I never really got it off the ground. But compound interest, investing, and budgeting, and making the dollars that come in outweigh the dollars that go out. That's something you got to really think about, you know. Don't fall in the trap of the credit card debt and pay the credit card debt. That way you can afford to actually start putting serious money into crypto so that you can really change your life. I still think we got a lot of time before we go absolutely crazy parabolic. We've already come up quite a bit. You missed some upside already. If you didn't buy the dip at the bottom, it's fine. We got a full bull market coming. Institutions are just getting in the biggest way ever. We could see a lot more upward momentum in the future here. We're getting a nice move for Bitcoin right now. Let's see what this looks like. This is the 5-minute candles. Let's look what we got here on the daily candles. Looks like a little bit of a bottom to me, maybe. Daily candles looking decent. Let's look at the 4-hourly candles. But guys, credit card debt is one of those mistakes. If you're doing credit card debt, I get it. Sometimes it happens. I've been blessed. I've been fortunate. I thank God for it. But I haven't had to deal with it. But the people that I have in my life, if I could afford to, part of me just wants to give them the cash to get out of the hole. These are some of my good friends, and if I could, I would. I'm not there yet, but one day, if I can, why do I want to make money? I want to make money to support my family, to support people that I love, to make the world a better place. That's genuinely why I want to make money, not because I want to be filthy, stinking rich and have caviar. Because I just want to be able to have a good life and have the people around me have a good life, and honestly, make the world a better place, make your lives better. If I can make your lives better and make your family's lives better, gosh, that would make my world. Then I achieved something actual value in this earth. I didn't just get my reports in on time and close the deals, with sales. I actually helped some real people along the way. And I get to help people with my job too. I do like insurance because I get to help people. But if you have credit card debt, guys, I'm just going to remind you. I'm going to be that friendly friend. I'm not going to bog you down here and say, you're messing up. Oh, how dare you? That's not the point of this. The point of this is, first of all, I'm so sorry to hear that. Second of all, I encourage you, without nagging you, please, 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 do what you can. Do what you can to focus on that, maybe, because especially if you're got credit card debt, and I know there's people out there that are doing this. You got credit card debt over 10 grand, and then you put your paycheck into like Miro. Oh my gosh, I don't want to see that. Oh my gosh, I don't want to see that at all. I hope nobody out there is doing that. But I know some people are. So out of this other poll we had, out of the people that did have credit card debt, it's 35% of you guys have over 10 grand in credit card debt. And that's very common. And so I'm not judging you. I don't know who you are, first of all. I'm not judging you. I'm rooting for you. If you are buying crypto, instead of paying off that debt, I hope you find an opportunity on some big coin. Hopefully we call the play for you. You made a bunch of big money. If you did make some big money and you're up right now and you can afford it, a bad move, maybe not on a down day, but at some point when you're feeling good, when you feel like you can afford it, get the debt out of the way, turn your equation upside down. If you've got $5,000 coming in a month and you've got $4,500 going out because of credit card debts, groceries, car payments, and you've only got $500 left, well, you can't go golfing if you want to buy crypto, and you can't go do this if you want to buy crypto. So you can't do all these other wants if you want what I think is a need to buy crypto. So change your equation. Pay off the car, pay off the credit card debts, watch Dave Ramsey, even though he hates crypto, he's pretty good. Turn your equation in the right direction, guys. Let's make some money. Avoid the mistake of having more money going out than you have coming in. Make that equation work for you. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. Don't do credit card debt, folks, if you can't avoid it. I'm so sorry for each of you guys that have it out there. But I wanted to talk about this because I think not a lot of people talk about just these basic things like building a budget. Build a budget. If you don't know what a budget is, you got to build it. Maybe I should show you guys I can't show you my budget. It's too much personal stuff in there. I can't show you my budget, but I have a budget. Maybe I'll redo it so that I can show you guys. Yeah, so we got Bitcoin crypto pumping right now. Let's see what we got else here on the hours. I'm going to skip an ad for you guys. We got 50 viewers, 35 likes. I like to see that, guys. Smash that like button for me. And, all right. Is my message fixed up on the top? I think your message is pinned up on the top. It might have gotten removed when I had that little issue with the chat. Car Guy says, scare money makes no money. It's true. Marty says, at the very least to those struggling, at least try to transfer the balance to a 0% APR for 1.5 years, not financial advice. I've seen people do that, but, you know, Marty, the problem is when people start to do that, they're really just avoiding the problem. They're avoiding the inevitable, and then all of a sudden 1.5 years is going to go by, and then they're not going to want to pay off the debt. You know, if you let a debt go unpaid for over a year, the odds are is that you're not going to pay it, or you're going to wait 10 years. You know, I feel like that's a trend all the time. You just got to be careful with when you owe people. Just get the debts out of the way. Don't have debt if you can avoid it. Some people are like, well, I'm a real estate mogul and debt's a good thing, and debt's very good because actually I can earn in the S&P 500. Yeah. The equation's the most important thing, and if you want to do cash in a property, I support you, okay? Hey, I'm one of those guys. If I make a bunch of money in this crypto market, come at me for it. But I am going to pay this entire property off, this one with this wall behind me, the ceiling, and these walls on the left and right of me. I'm going to pay this whole thing off with my crypto profits in this bull cycle. Mark my words. I'm going to pay for this property, and we're going to talk about it continuously time and time again on the channel. It'll be a big I told you so for people that might not have believed crypto was going to go up, all these things. And I'm going to, how's crypto going? Crypto Kip? Friends, family will ask me at Thanksgiving. Great. Paid for the house. What do you mean paid for the house? Bought the house in cash with my crypto profits. How awesome of a statement is that? That's my goal for this bull cycle. At minimum, is to pay for this house, these 4 walls, and all other 60 walls in this house, or whatever, how many walls there are. Carlito Figueroa. I can't say it. I want to be able to say it. I want to say it. I don't know how to say it. I think I nailed Servando Estrada. It rolls off the tongue. I was trying to get your name, Figueroa. Andrea says, oh, you're just gifted a membership. Well, congratulations, Andrea. Welcome to the Crypto Report membership party. So Andrea also said, Kip, I wasn't so clear. I mean, the whole market is on red, so what's your advice? Still buying BTC, ETH, and Crow? My question was unclear because my mother tongue is Italian. Oh, beepity boppity. Ciao. You know what? So my wife has a very Italian last name, of which I will not mention on this channel because I don't want to dox my life. But her grandmother is like, she grew up in Italy, like till like 15 or something. And so even to this day, it's like homemade focaccia, the panzerotti. It's the Italian. Delicious food. She's like, when am I going to see you? I'm going to come over. I'm going to make brajol. I'm like, yes, please. Brajol is my favorite from her. I love her brajol. A lot of garlic. Ooh, it's good. But to answer your question, you know, market's red. What's the advice? Buy the dip. Let it rip. Look, if you got a big stack on the sidelines, what's your dollar cost average strategy? Do you have one? Are you following it? Continue following it. If you want to buy on a red day a little extra, sure. That's fine. Do you. Follow your heart. But, you know, don't panic. You shouldn't be acting with emotion. Do the best you can to take your emotion out of it. You got to get your emotion out of it. Okay, want me to be honest with you guys right now? Here's the thing. I'm always being honest with you guys, but let me tell you something that I've been thinking. I should probably do this more. Here's one that I've been thinking. My personal life. What am I going to do here? I've got a paycheck coming on the 24th or something. Part of me is like, maybe I should just sit out this month. Well, everybody's flipped bearish. This is the cogs that turn in my head too. I'm not immune to it. Nobody's immune to it, okay? Anybody who tells you that I am a perfect executioner of my strategy. I execute perfectly. They're lying to you. Everybody's emotional. Humans are emotional. We have tears for a reason, okay? Part of me is like, I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get this big thing. We could have that big dip. It could go down. Yeah, I got all these thoughts just like everybody else has. But what do I do? I come out on this channel and I tell you guys don't change your strategy in DC because that's what I need to say out loud to keep myself grounded. Part of me doesn't want to buy any of my next paycheck. I told my wife, Here's what's going to happen, sweetie. This is not what I'm saying is going to happen. Don't say, well, Crypto Kip said this is going to happen. I said, here's what I feel like is going to happen. Crypto's way down. You know, we're having a huge dip. The portfolio's down right now. Bitcoin's down 15%. Of course, the portfolio's down. I got some BRC20s. Here's what's going to happen, sweetheart. That's what I told her. Crypto's way down right now. We're going to get our paycheck. I'm going to buy it. And then crypto's going to crash some more. I'm going to get my next paycheck. I'm going to buy it. And crypto's going to crash some more. And then we're going to buy it. And then all of a sudden we're going to be up 3x in like 4 months or something. Like I said that. She's like, oh, that sounds terrible. Why not just wait? And like, and part of me is like, you want to wait for the lower low and wait to time it. But deep down, I know that's not the move. So, Andre, you asked me, what am I doing today? And what am I thinking? Well, that's what I'm thinking, but what am I going to do? I'm telling you, I'm going to mercilessly buy as soon as I get my money. The second I get my hands on some money, I'm buying. Boom. I got some money. Buy. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's my strategy. Some could say, well, you got a problem. You can't even. No, I don't like having cat. I want a dollar cost. So what's your strategy? Some people say, well, every 15th of the month, I invest $500. Every 1st and 15th of the month, I DCA $250. $200 into Bitcoin, $25 into Ethereum, and $25 into Solana, or whatever. $250 into Crow every month. Whatever you say. I say I get paid, I buy crypto. Period. Is it Bitcoin? Is it Ethereum? Right now, what I think I'm going to do, you want to know where my next purchase is going to go? I'm going to tell you right now. I am pretty sure you have an addiction. Space Ape, you're darn right I have an addiction. I am addicted to success, my friend. I am addicted to making money with my money. I am not going to let my money sit there. I have been in this market since 2016. I have waited for a spot Bitcoin ETF ever since it started getting gossiped and rumored about. I have an addiction to success. I have an addiction to making money with my money. I have addiction to saving money. I have my coffee here at home. I'm not going to go buy coffee out at the store. I'm not going to go spend $7 there. I'm going to spend $1 probably in total for what I have in this cup right here. And I am going to take that other $6 and I'm going to triple it over the next 3 months. And I'm going to 10x it over the next year and a half. So I do have an addiction. You are correct. And you triggered me. I do. No, I really do. And now I even totally lost what I was going to say. But guys, oh yeah, I was going to tell you what I was going to buy. Stacks. I'm going to buy stacks. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm buying stacks. I'm going to buy stacks. I'm going to buy a huge bag of stacks. That's it. I'm putting it into stacks. I'm just putting it into stacks. I want more exposure to the Bitcoin related assets. I believe in my whole theory that I've been going through. The new trend, building on Bitcoin and stacks, is going to be one of the biggest players in that whole narrative. So I am going to be buying a ton of stacks on my next paycheck, probably entirely stacks, and then over time, maybe shuffle some of that into some more BRC20 tokens, move it over to Alex Labs, mess around with some more of those, and then I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, I want more stacks. Strictly. Picada. Yeah, chicken picada. Let's see here. Space Ape, it got me going. That's good. That was good. I liked that. That was fun. In my country, the house prices are just crazy, only for foreign people. Are you Italy? You're Italy. Beckenbauer, right? Crypto Keeper says, I work 88 hours a week so I can purchase crypto. I love it. That is dedication. It's brutal, though. 88 hours a week, man. Oh, sir, YouTube never gave me notifications. You went live. I saw it on X. You got to turn on that notification bell, guys. You got to subscribe to the channel. You got to turn on your notification bell, and you will get the alerts when I go live so you can catch it. And if not, just follow me on Twitter. CryptoKip tweets, y'all. Oh, we got a confession in the chat. Marty just said, confession, Kip. 1 day until my unbonding period ends. What are you going to do, Marty? Are you talking about your Crow and the Crow POS chain? What are you doing, Marty? You selling all your Crow? Oh, oh. And Picada. Let's make this money, baby. And Picada. Remedy to that addiction is more cowbell and Picada. That's right. You gotta have more cowbell. Bum. Club Crow. Can't go wrong with Crow. I've been fasting, so I put all my lunch money into crypto. Oh, sir, I've been fasting too, dude. Actually, I ate breakfast this morning, but I'll go until 5 o'clock without eating anything. I did it yesterday. I went all day. I didn't have a bite to eat, and then I had a steak. I had a New York strip steak, bone out, and I had an entire box of spinach. That's what I ate. New York strip steak. It was good. It was really good. My wife only ate half her steak, so I had half of her steak too. I don't know. It was good. I gave them 30 days to fix the app for me, and they let me down. Oh, bummer. So what are you going to do? Are you selling it all? Are you selling it all, Marty? What are you going to do? Moving it all to another app. The Crow? So you're going to hold the Crow? You're still going to hold the Crow, but the app let you down? Interesting. Very interesting. Given up on soda, and it's been difficult. Shy Socks, you got this, brother. Don't drink that soda, man. I don't drink soda. I drink coffee, water, wine, beer, whiskey, and tequila. That's it. Packing the Crow bag until I reach 100K token, says Brian. And Marty's holding. So all you guys were freaking out that Marty's going to sell. He's holding. Been in too long. I'll tell you, I talked to Miss Crypto Kip. I'll just be honest with you guys. Part of me is like, I got all this Crow. Crow's taking a while to move. Maybe I should sell half, double it, and buy it back. I'm not going to do any of that. That's the emotions speaking. I'm not immune to the emotions, guys. I believe in Crow coin. I'm not going to waver here. I'm not going to sell the Crow. I'm going to hold the Crow. But when we get up to 80 cents or $1, when we get to $2, $5, I'm going to buy myself a spaceship. Water, coffee, and bear. Just straight bear flesh. Juice and tea. What's my Crow prediction for the bull run? $2 to $3. I think $2 is coming at some point. $2 to $5. $2 to $5. It's a big range, I know. But $2 to $5. No, I know you said beer. I was just messing with you. I was just having some fun. I'm the worst speller of all time. I'm such a bad speller. It's terrible. I can't spell. It's Portugal. Okay, Portugal. Portugal the man. So, Beckenbauer, over in Portugal, like in U.S. dollars, how much is a 2-bedroom house? I don't know square footage or anything like that, but just like, come on, what's like a studio apartment? If you want to buy like a studio apartment in like your city, wherever your city is, you know, how much does it cost? Portugal. Portugal's a country, right? Oh my gosh. Shouldn't ask that question. Put myself on the spot. I showed my stupid. Ah. Mr. Space Ripper. I love that. Oh my gosh, Mr. Space Ripper. What a good name. I should probably try to build up 200,000 tokens if it's going to get to $5. I mean, you never know. Brian asked, did the AMA take place already for Crow? It did. And look what happened with the price action. Nothing, nada. I see a lot of people are disappointed. I'm going to do a video on the AMA later, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and check it out. A lot of people are Crow fans in here. If you don't know what Crow is, CRO, Crypto.com's token, if you're new to the platform. If you're new to this channel, then, you know, it's something we talk about a lot. But, yeah, the AMA took place. Ask me anything with the CEO, Chris, I guess I say his name wrong, but I'm going to keep calling him Chris Marsliak because I like saying it that way. Marsalek? I don't know how to say his name. But it was actually a really good AMA, and I liked it. So I'm giving a thumbs up to it. I know a lot of people are going, oh, well, he didn't talk about this or address this. It's like, hear me out later today. Just follow the video. I'm gonna do a video on that. Beckenbauer says 2-bedroom in euros, like 200,000 euros, plus the minimum wage now is like 825 euro. Oh man, yeah. Look, the world ain't easy. World ain't easy right now. That's why we need this crypto to get us out of the hole. Look, credit card debt is obviously not very good. And that's part of the... It could be a good thing. Well, you got all this money you can now borrow, but then the APY is what gets you. You know, that interest gets you. We want to be wolves. We don't want to be sheep. In order to become a wolf, you need to find your path to financial freedom. How to do that? We need to avoid debt. We need to pay our debts. We need to continuously dollar cost average into assets that we've done our research in. We need to find ways to earn compound interest on our money. We need to find ways to budget, to save money. We need to do all these things, guys. I want everybody here to be successful. Because most people from other countries come here, the prices are going to the moon. That's tough. That's tough. To go to a room on a house, a loan room, 600 euros plus. Wow. Wow. Brutal. Marty says you can still make money on something you don't have 100% faith in. Mo made a fantastic profit during COVID when everybody panicked about cruise lines. There you go. You invested in the cruise lines? Oh my gosh. That takes some guts. That takes some guts right there. There you go. That's what happens when you buy when there's fear. Like right now, there's fear. Are you buying? Are you buying? Look at what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin is trying to find a bottom. Is it going to find a bottom? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to find a bottom, but it's trying. It's trying to find a bottom. It's trying to stop the bleeding. You've got a discount. You got a 20% discount from where we were at just a week ago. Just a week ago. Let's look at the chart for Bitcoin again here on the weekly candles. Look at the volatility on this puppy. Woo! In the middle of the, I still can't get over it. In the middle of the bull market, this thing did this. 55% correction. All this is on the table, guys. All this is on the table. 38K, though. It's on the thumbnail for a reason. I'm looking at that level and I'm thinking, Beckenbauer, you're 30. I'm 31. We're close, brother. Me and you. Me and you. We're close. Anybody else out there? 30s? 30s? We got people in the 20s? Let me know. Give me some ages. Let's see how old everybody is. What do we got out there? Who's watching? We got any 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds in the chat? What do we got? We got 36, 30. I'm 31. We got 53, Mr. Space Ripper. Love that name. Love that age. Tried and true. How long you been in crypto, Mr. Space Ripper? Shy Sox fan, 40 in February in Chicago. Carlito, you're not 90s year old. Carlito, you're not 90. Come on. You're not 90. We don't have a 90-year-old in the chat. No way you are 90. Get out of town. Calculus Junkie. Ooh, 26 years old. A Calculus Junkie. Calculus Junkie, I've never seen you before. What do you do for a living? You Calculus Junkie, you. You guys are cracking me up. I love the Q&As, man. I love going through the stories. We did a Trump impersonation. We did one. I did one for you. I'll tell you. Let me tell you, I did one. But now we're hanging out, and that's a lot of fun. Overall market cap. I haven't checked in on this in a little bit here. Don't be surprised to see it bounce off 1.49 either. 29. All right. Thanks, Carlito. Mr. Space Ripper says, I can't find my seed phrase from 2009. I had about 0.007 BTC. I started for real mining in 2017. Bummer, man. Bummer. I don't have any tips on finding your seed phrase, man. Mr. Space Ripper. It's all right. We all live and we learn. I got scammed out of thousands and thousands of dollars, Mr. Space Ripper. And that's why I started a channel, because I don't want people to get scammed, and because I want people to make money, not lose it. So I took my hard-earned lessons with leverage trading, with investing in some mining rigs that I put to a facility where they stole my mining rigs. So many things. I've gotten scammed so many times. My car was broken into. I logged into a fake Bittrex. I lost all my XRP. I've been through it all. Well, those 28, it's a small amount. Wouldn't worry about it, Space Ripper. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. 0.007. Well, 0.007 BTC. Somebody do the math. I don't have a calculator in front of me, but that's not that small of an amount. I mean, that's like a couple grand, right? Probably like 2 or 3 grand. What? That's my guess. Marty's 37 and not a boomer. I'm 37 and not a boomer. It's a couple grand. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right, Mr. Space Ripper. We got a bull market coming. You rich already, Mr. Space Ripper? 53, did you do it, or are you coming for it? Are you going to get those riches that you've been waiting for? Are you going for the riches here, or do we have the riches, and are we growing the riches? I'm curious. 53 years old? I'm curious, because that's the cool thing. Crypto gives an opportunity to everybody. Young and old, middle-aged, old, whether, hey, Carlito, you're 90? No, you're 29. But I wouldn't even be that surprised. Well, okay, I'd be really surprised if a 90-year-old was hitting me up with fire emojis in the chat. But, people are making money in crypto, and it's exciting. From all ages, all genders, genres, countries, whatever. You can make money in this asset. Got people DCAing this morning. Good to see. 42 in 7 days, Brandon. Very nice. Brandon is a trash man out in the mountains, making $3 trades every 15 minutes, fighting with the black bears in the foothills of Colorado. See, I get to know my audience. I want to get to know you guys. So, Mr. Space Ripper, lost those Bitcoins. It's okay. It's okay, Mr. Space Ripper. We got a lot of credit card chats in the, or a lot of credit card debt folks in this chat. I was very interested to see that. It was a question I was waiting to kind of ask. Only about 200 to 300 of BCC. Yeah, not a big deal. It's all right. Happy to help, Mr. Space River. I'm just trying to explore the space with you guys, trying to avoid the pitfalls if we can. We got Chevelon Tout 50 next week. All right. Happy early birthday to y'all in the chat. You got Brandon, 7 days. In Chevelon in next week, 50 years old. All right, we got 48 Crypto Keeper, 25K into crypto. Oh, Brian's got $25,000 invested in crypto, hoping for a minimum 10x so that I can put half the profits into real estate and see where the rest of my crypto can go. XRP and Crow heavy at the moment. Brian, how you feeling about XRP? Carlito says, hitting you with the fire emojis in the chat. Yep. That would be the most awesome 90-year-old ever. I know. Could you imagine? So believe it or not, my grandpa, sad, love the man, rest in peace, grandpa, passed away, not this last October, but the October prior, okay? And here's a fun story for you guys. So this is his, and I would tell him about crypto, and my grandpa was like 86, okay? And he had some health issues. It was... he actually fell asleep. That's how he went, which was really, wow, what an amazing way to go. But I partially felt guilty, like, for his demise in a way. I'll explain why. Like, he went a little crazy at the end. He was old. He had a lot of problems with his lungs and his oxygen, and his brain was weaker because of it. And so he got a little loopy. But before he got loopy, he was super interested in the crypto thing and Bitcoin and Ethereum. Way back in the day, and he wasn't a very good trader, rest in peace, Grandpa, but he went out and tried trading, and he tried to do some trades, and he wasn't a very good trader. But he always enjoyed it. And anyway, the crypto thing, he started looking at some of the gains, and he understood enough to know, wow, this is incredible. And so he didn't have a lot of money. My grandpa didn't have a lot of money. One driver, it's like, I don't ever want to end up where I don't have enough money to keep myself getting taken care of and all those things. one of the beauty things about crypto is you can set yourself up and your family for a nice retirement, caretakers, all these things so that you don't have to go through the struggle of being a 93-year-old, an 86-year-old with health problems and nobody to take care of you. But he did have people to take care of, unfortunately. Just didn't have a lot of money. But he was very interested in Bitcoin, and he kept asking me, like, help me get into this thing. Well, I got him in honestly, unfortunately, it was October. It was like right around the peak of the bull market, to be honest with you. So like, if he was still alive today, he'd be way down and probably really upset. So it's really sad. He knew the implications. He didn't care. He just wanted to buy some and just hold it and have some fun. I told him, hey, bear market's coming. This is why it's very dangerous to help, people invest. But why do I say I blame myself partially? It's just, he was just so excited about it. He would call me every single day and he'd say, did you see what happened? Oh, I'm looking at this price level. I'm talking about this target. I'd come over. I'd buy him some, I almost kind of gave away where I live. I'll buy him some food. It's a restaurant where I live. I'd buy him some food. I'd bring him some food. I'd show him some YouTube videos about crypto. I showed him some of the documentaries about Bitcoin and crypto. But at the end, he had this notebook and he would write like all his predictions in this notebook, and he kind of started to go crazy and he couldn't sleep, not necessarily because of the crypto. He had sleeping issues anyway, but the crypto certainly didn't help. He went loopier. Eventually, he fell asleep. He didn't wake up. I don't know if he drove him crazy, but I'll tell you this. I don't regret it. My family knows about all this, and they honestly loved that I got him into it because it was the only thing. His wife has been gone for a long time. He had, limited visitors. We'd visit him when we could. I was visiting him once a week, especially when he was in this care facility. But he literally was like crazy. But he was so excited and passionate about it every day. And he would tell me, I can't wait to get up in the morning. He was like, I can't wait to get up in the morning to just look at the charts all day. 86 years old. Unbelievable story. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. I mean, he enjoyed it, and it might have wound his clock down a little bit. He had all these issues, but he was happy. He was excited. He went a little crazy. He was still a loving guy in the end. He's still kind of with it. He knew who I was, but he was a little loopy. Rest in peace, Grandpa. Let's hope that your Bitcoin and crypto bags keep pumping. My aunt's got the bags now, and she's gonna ride it. I think. I don't think she sold it, so hopefully my aunt makes a bunch of money with it now. So that would be good. But it did. It kept his mind busy. Hopefully not too busy, but interesting story. I thought maybe you guys would get a kick out of it. We're getting personal, y'all, but you know what? Whatever. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. I think it's. I think you'd get a kick out of that. So. All right, guys. Well, look, we've been doing this. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour and a half. All right, folks, that's all I got for you today. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report, guys. Donald Trump launching Ordinals NFTs today. You've got Jim Kramer being a dummy, trying to make these predictions. Don't make these mistakes, guys. Avoid credit card debt. Pay down your debt if you can, my brothers and sisters. If you guys have some, I'm feeling for you. My heart goes out to you. I want to see you pay those things off. I want to see you get rich. Avoid the mistakes of following the crowd. Letting your emotions get the best of you. I told you guys on this stream, I've got a lot of emotions myself. We all cry tears once in a while. You know what? You just got to pick yourself up off the floor. Stick to your strategy. Do your research, guys. Don't let the emotions take control of you. Don't follow the crowd. Be a wolf. Be your own crowd, as Beckenbauer said in the chat over in Portugal. And you know what? Let's make it together. Let's make a bunch of money and buy a spaceship or something. All right, guys? That's all I got for you in this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Don't forget, you can become a member on our channel if you want to. In the link in the description down below, you can sign up for Femex. You got free money when you sign up for Femex, a great leverage trading platform. Very risky. Manage your risk properly, guys, if you're new. Start with low money, low leverage. If you want to check it out, though, it's there for you. That's all I got, guys. I will see you next time. Peace, y'all. Have a great day.